What's going on, boys? In this video I'm going to be showing you a very simple strategy based on a flag and wedge, a wedge, a pennant pattern. A very simple strategy but very effective. Okay, I just started this new account, and this is what I made today on this challenge, just taking three high quality trades. I didn't take a single loss. This doesn't really matter. This is just I'm just going to show you, how I use the strategy. Okay, so basically the strategy is, like I said, based upon a wedge, a flag. Basically, a little. Let me delete this. You guys probably know what a wedge, a flag is. We're basically looking for something like this, a tight little triangular consolidation thing, and then the breakout, and you trade the breakout. Right now, we don't just trade these flags and wedges randomly in open space. You need a few other confluences around it. So basically what I do is I look for these patterns off of a key level, right? Price bouncing off a key level, starting to move off of it, form the wedge and the break. So off of a key level or into a key level, right? If there's like a big support level or something like this, resistance, and price, say, is pushing up and up and up towards that level, right? You think it's likely that it's going to go there because it acts like a draw on price, right? So price is pushing towards a level, and then you get the setup and you trade the flag into a key level. And you could also use it with liquidity sweeps, right? Like a liquidity sweep reversal right here, for example, right? A key level, a key low gets taken out, price starts rallying off of that level, you look for the setup to form, take it. Or say you have a strong draw on liquidity, right? Say you have like some equal lows or something, right? This low right here, you think price is going to come out and take this low, so you would be looking for flags down into here, right? That's all you got to do. You got to kind of get an idea of where price is likely to go. Have a couple scenarios, right? Maybe there's an order block or something and price is pushing towards the order block. Okay, once you have an idea of, like, with valid reasoning, where price is going to go, right, then you're just looking for the setup. Okay, and the setup is just like I just showed you before, little tight triangular consolidation. And now the other thing I forgot to mention is on the break of the flag, or the break of the wedge, you want it to be a strong candle, not like some bullshit little candle. You want a nice strong break, and you want some increased volume and a close. This last part's just preference. I wait for a close above the 8 EMA, and I also have the VWAP on my other setup. What's this called? My other layout. But I can't find the VWAP thing for this video, so I'm just going with the 8 EMA. But they're always kind of right next to each other, so you get the idea. All right, so now I'm just going to show you examples of me using the strategy, right? Like I said, I've got this much. This was today just from 3 trades, all right, 4 trades maybe. And yeah, okay, so I'm going to get into the examples. So market opened. I wasn't even actually here for market open. I didn't get I wasn't at my computer until like this time. So basically my first scenario was, okay, maybe price bounces out of this little order block demand zone and starts pushing up, where I'll look for the flag. But that didn't happen. We took out this low, but now I'm looking at it like, okay, we took out this liquidity pool. If this acts as a liquidity sweep reversal and we start pushing off strong off these lows, then I'm going to look for that flag. Okay, and as you can see, we had a strong response after this sweep. Look at the volume coming in. Get the volume coming in, right? So we're getting that response. This leads me to believe that, okay, price is now going to keep pushing up. Maybe come take out this high. All right, so for the first trade, and I trade ES and NASDAQ, so like all the examples I'm showing you are on NASDAQ, but like some of them I took on ES. Whichever one looks cleaner, I'll go with that. But just for the video's sake, I'm just going to show you here because ES and NQ pretty much form the same exact price action. But this one I did take on NASDAQ. Okay? And we had that strong response, volume coming into the market after a liquidity sweep. That leads me to believe that big buyers are stepping in and pushing this thing up. So On a pullback, I'm looking to long, and as you can see right here, we're building, okay? And then as we start to break, the volume starts to push up, okay? See the volume coming in here? And right when we get above this 8 EMA, I'm in long. You could always have a nice tight stop because, right, it's the flag. If flags work, they go. They don't come down here and then go back up, you know? So tight stop, always target. I mean, sometimes I leave runners, sometimes I don't. Example like this, the nearest swing high, yeah, I could have targeted all the way up here for a great risk reward. But if it's a scenario like this where you have a tight stop and the most recent high of that wedge is good risk reward, then I'll just go there. So yeah, we get up, we close above the 8 EMA. It's hard to see volume coming in, and that's a great long right there. Okay, now let's fast forward price. Oh look, this could have been another little setup right here. See that flag? You break, you hold 8 EMA, hold 8 EMA, and it has a nice move up. A little bit of drawdown here, but you wouldn't have gotten stopped out. Nice push up. All right. I'm going to fast forward to the second example. Oh, I'm also going to show you an example on gold, a really good example that I missed, okay? So now at this point, we're all the way up here. We're bullish. We're like, okay, I think we're bullish. We're moving higher. Buyers are in control. Maybe we come up into these supply area, maybe come take out this high. But basically, you could see we have this strong pivot area right here, which is was a strong area of resistance. So I think above, maybe we do the same thing we did down here. We sweep and reverse, or maybe we hold above support, keep pushing higher to look for the flag, okay? And as you can see right here, in real time, I'm watching the flag build. I'm thinking as long as we stay above support, right? Or this was resistance, now support. That's like another confluence as well. Besides besides the flag and besides the bullish momentum, we also have price holding this support level. Okay, so price is holding support. I'm watching it build. I'm waiting for a strong break. Okay, right here we get the strong break. And as you can see, we close above the 8 EMA, and we also have some nice volume. See a little right around the break, volume was kind of dead, and then we had the little increase there. Okay, and I don't remember how I didn't hold all the way up there. I probably just took profit. Like, I don't remember, but as you can see, another flag plus another confluence of support and a nice move. You could even mess around with it, get tighter stops like this. But yeah, all we are doing is we have an idea where price is likely to go. Why? Because we're bullish, we're holding support, we're building a flag, we close above the EMA. So yeah, you know, in my opinion, that's enough to get in a trade. Okay, now we'll go to the next example. I'm thinking as long as price remains above this support level, we are bullish. Okay, we also have the fair value gap. I do use fair value gaps and stuff just same way I use support. You know, if price reacts to a fair value gap, builds a flag, that's a good confluence for me, right? So this blue line here is the fair value gap. We're still above support. We're still strong, bullish. I'm thinking we could move all the way up to here, maybe all the way up to here, who knows? But basically, price comes down into that fair value gap, gets a nice strong response with buying volume, and then we start building. We start building. I'm thinking, okay, we build into this wedge, breakout, take another little scalp here. Okay, price is holding here. All right, this one's more of a wedge than a flag. But there we go. We get the increase in buying volume. We get the close above the 8 EMA, breakout. And, you know, like you don't have to worry about, like the thing about trading with the trend, trading with where all the momentum's going is, you know, you don't have to like have, right, there's nothing up here. It's kind of just open space, right? You don't need clear targets or swing highs to target into when you're with the trend like this. Because on pullbacks, pullbacks are likely to get bought up. So I know I don't have any like clear targets here, but I'm not worried because of what I just said. We're with the trend. Pullbacks are getting bought up. Just looking for a quick scalp, quick push, As you can see, we have a nice move. Like I said, I don't know exactly where I took profit, somewhere up in here. I know I took profit before this, actually, because I remember right here, I was like, oh, should I get back in? But yeah, just a nice little setup. All right, I'm actually, oh no, there is one more I took. Okay, so then I'm hands off. This was like kind of midday. So I took my last trade there, and then like I'm just gonna go touch grass for a bit. Wait for something else to happen, right? So I come back later, price makes a big move down, and there were plenty of, actually I'm not sure, but I'm sure there were plenty of nice setups to the downside, flags and whatnot, right? But I just didn't really have. I'm thinking we're bullish at this point, so I'm not really too confident shorting because I don't know, like I don't know where we're gonna go. That's the thing. If I can't come up with a scenario, like, oh, it's likely that we might do this or do that, then I'm just not gonna trade. So I just waited, came back later, but let's just say we did. We do for some reason have strong reason to believe price is going down. Well, here's a nice, beautiful little setup right here. Boom, strong break with big volume below the 8 EMA, moves down. Same thing here. Flag, you build it, big, strong sell-off with volume, 8 EMA, whatnot, big move down. All right, so just to show you the power of this setup, all you got to do, like the setup there, it works. If you're, the hard part is identifying where price is going to go. If you have strong reason to believe it's going to go X, Y, Z, do this, do that, and then you find that flag wedge setup on the way to wherever you think it's going, very high quality trades with great win rate if you are good at what you're doing. Okay, so here's the trade I took. Now we hit this support zone, this demand zone. We also swept the low, so I'm always looking when a clear low gets taken, low or high. I'm always thinking about the reverse something. All right, if price gets a strong reaction off this sweep, then I'll look for the flag. Right, so now I'm thinking, okay, well, we have this giant dump. It can't keep going down forever. You're going to need a little bit of a pullback at least. So I'm thinking off the sweep, there might be a little pullback. And if there is a nice response, I'll look to look for that flag. Okay. And as we can see here, this is basically what got me interested in this trade. This singular candle right here with this volume right here made me think, okay, some big buyers stepped in, big volume came into the market. I think it's likely that we can see a quick move up, a little pullback, right? On the higher time frame, it would be a little pullback, maybe into some of these fair value gaps or whatever, right? Okay, so big buying volume comes in. I'm thinking, all right, now we get a little consolidation, not a lot of big bearish volume coming in, right? Okay, I see nothing crazy. We got some bearish volume, but compared to the buying volume, right, this right here makes me think, all right, if we build a little wedge, I think we could see a little move up out of here. Okay, and we're building. Now I'm looking for a break with some volume. Okay, nothing yet, but I'm not worried yet. Like, this one candle is bigger than all these bearish candles, so I'm still thinking the wedge is in play. If we get something like that, a nice increase in buying volume, a big looking nice candle above the 8 EMA, breakout of the wedge, and look, it's just a nice little wedge pattern. Okay, I took it right there, and nice move up. I took profit somewhere up here. All right, and then also there was another little setup that you could have scalped that I didn't take right here. All right, I didn't take it because this upwards wick is a little too big for my liking. But same thing, right? What happened? We're getting a nice response off of a key level, a key liquidity sweep. We're pushing up. Pullback gets bought up, and right there, wedge above the 8 EMA, decent volume. Could have caught another. I mean, I guess not. But I mean, if you got in right there, but a tight stop, you could have caught a quick scalp. All right, and I want to show you one more example on gold that I missed. Oh, there it is right there. Hold on. It's like a double wedge. This right here. Okay, and what we see with this, the reason I liked it is because there was a fair value gap. I didn't catch this. I caught it after it happened. I was like, no, what? All right, but basically with gold, okay, what happened? We found support. We're in an overall bullish trend, right? Like on the higher time frame, we're clearly in bullish structure. We had a run up pre-market, moved down. We found support somewhere down in this area, and then we started pushing back up. Okay, so we're rallying off support, rallying. On the 5-minute, you know, we're holding structure, higher highs, higher lows, and then we had this fair value gap here. So I'm thinking, okay, with all this bullish momentum, if we get something like this out of this fair value gap, or you know, just lines up with support as well. Look, support plus the fair value gap, right? If we kind of test this level and start pushing back up, I'll look for that flag, and we got a nice little double flag pattern, right? You could have done it like this and got in right there, right? Even with this pullback, you wouldn't have got stopped out. I saw it. I kind of drew it like this. I like the way that looks. A big old wedge, and then the breakout, and then the EMA, and you get a nice quick push up. All right. So yeah, guys, that is the end of the video. If you like and subscribe. Follow my Twitter at LukeITM, and leave a comment and like and subscribe. And yeah, let's go, boys. Try this out yourself. Go back test it.